So yes, it's not Wednesday, it's not Sunday, it's not even Monday. It's a Saturday night, and I thought I'd do a live stream. Well, yeah, I've got the gloves on. You must excuse the gloves. Although the other night I was doing my manicuring on Chris's live stream to make my nails all beautiful. But this is going to be really messy tonight, so I thought I'd put some gloves on, because what I'm going to do is weather some of these trucks up. Yeah, the idea of tonight's live stream, because it's Saturday and I'm not really meant to be here, but I thought I would, as I was in the workshop, I thought I might as well ask you all to come and join me and do a bit of a chat rather than sitting here alone and just whittling away. I'd normally put some music on and things like that, but yeah, well, why not? Yes. So it's Saturday night. It's an unexpected Ted's live stream extra. Yeah, do you like the goodies font? Yeah, it's all set up. So yes, so I think everybody can hear me, everybody can see me. Hopefully it's not buffering too much, because there are lots of other people in the house tonight, and God knows what they're doing. But it's probably Mrs. Ted will be watching some crocheting channels on YouTube. The son will be watching some Netflix or playing a game or something. But yeah, we'll give it a go. We'll do an hour or whatever until you're all bored and gone to sleep, or I get fed up and run out of stuff, or make too many spillages. Speaking of spillages, I think I'd better put my apron on, because I'm going to be using some weathering pigments tonight. Now, as before, when I've done live streams, I tried to turn it into a bit of a tutorial, but I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to ask you all just to come along and chill out with me for the evening. I haven't even got any gin. That's how sort of unprepared I am for a Saturday night live stream. I've just got some water. Yes, plain old council pop. That's what I've got. And I'll probably get more off my head on council pop than will on gin. So anyway, who's in tonight then? I was in. Yes, I think I was really first in tonight. Followed quickly by Dad, and then Mark 3B was in. Good evening to you. William Rayburn, good evening. Fox is down there. Oh, I forgot Chris. Chris has sneaked in there chatting to Dad. But yeah, great. And we go on. Jamie's in. Hi, Jamie. How are you? Yeah, Paulines. Model making mayhem. No, it's Mayhem Model Works. Ted all about it. Industrial steel wagons. Yes, British steel. The days when we did really have a British steel works. Yeah, it wasn't all sort of split up and sold off and things like that. We keep going down. Colin's in. Good evening to you, Colin. On and on and on. Yeah. Trevsky. Hi, Trevor. Yes, these wagons belong to Trevor. Trevor Jones, who's down there in chat. Everybody say hi to Trevor. Yeah, these are what Trevor's brought round for me to have a go at weathering up, because I said I would. What Trevor did, he's made some, which I think is pretty good. It looked pretty good. He's cut up some bits of old track, and there's actually some real swarf and things in there from machining and things like that. And then these are going to be loads to go in the wagons. And I think even on the first coat of just giving them a covering with, I know it's a little bit dark, but yeah, I think even giving them just an initial cover with some rust primer, it's actually already done what we hope to be expected of it. So I'm going to have a go at, I'm not going to weather these just yet, but I'm going to have a practice on this one because this is less important than the British Steel ones, because I've got 4 of these and I would just like to get the process right and have a go and get it all wrong. Right, so where else? Trevor's in. Quano Man, hi Quano. No teaching, we want to learn now, says Fox. Yeah, I'm not going to teach you anything, but I might sort of chat along and tell you what I'm doing. Trevor's got a Bailey's. Yes, yeah, I've just got to stick with the council pop tonight, because I was thinking of going out early in the morning to do some walking, but I think the weather's going to be pants, so I'll probably come back in the workshop and finish these off. Candygram records in shock and horror. Water. Fox has got coffee. Wendy Hickson. Hi Wendy, how are you? Keep going. Cherry's here too. Hi Sherry. Yeah, there you can see what we get up to in our man caves. When Trevor's outside doing his bit in his man cave, and I'm up in the loft doing my stuff in the man cave. Yep. Yes, this is what we really get up to. So what we need to do is convince Trevor to start live streaming and doing things on his model railway layout, his railway layout. Yep. We can see that. Trevor, if you want to pimp your Facebook page as well, feel free to do that. There's no restrictions on anybody pimping anything in here. I don't think it'll let you share websites, the chat, but it will let you share Facebook pages. So yeah, go ahead, get some more followers, because I know that 1 or 2 guys in the chat do actually like railway layouts and things like that. So yeah, so swap notes. Right, 9,000 pigs in blankets. Good evening to you. 9,000 mince pies. Colin. There we go on. Plastic monkey. Well, yeah. So, so yeah. Right. I'm gonna try and think about what we're gonna do and get on with some of this. Now, of course, I'll be using the all new weathering pencils as we go into that. What I've done with these, I've done with all the wagons, is I've given them a coat of matte varnish, because obviously, as you know, pigments and everything sticks to these. Sticks to the matte surface a lot better than it does the shiny gloss surface that Hornby, these are Hornby. Yeah, Hornby Railways. Yeah, and the plastic is a bit of yeah, the Hornby plastic is a bit shiny and non-sticky-ish. It's sticky-ish, is that a word? Anyway, I don't. Fox says if I've turned off all the chats, if I've turned off all the links in chat, I don't know. I'll have to have a look. But yeah. So where we go? Yeah, we'll have a go on this. All we need to do with this is just really sort of touch up 1 or 2 of the ends, just to make it less bland. It's all. Yeah, it's just brown rust primer, that's all. So we'll get a few weathering bits out of it. We don't want that. We don't want that one. That's a little bit lighter. Now, as you know, weathering pigments mucky. So we'll move these out the way. I haven't done this one yet because I was keeping this to show you as an example the before. Yeah, because all those professionals do that. We do it on Blue Peter, like they do it on Blue Peter. Here's one I prepared earlier. Yeah, or when you see a cooking program, they put the cake in the oven and bring one out straight away. That's already done. But that's what we do anyway. So this. Sure. Yes, Christmas. Looks like it's not going to happen. So have you prepared for Christmas? The really modern version of these unweathered and no loads are available for only 150 quid. Yeah. So Trevor, watch with great intent and learn, because you can do this yourself. You'll, by the end of this hour or so, you'll know how to do this yourself. Right, there we go. And good thing about working with pigments is that you can use them little or as much as you want. You can just apply. There's a little bit falling out there. Never mind, we'll stick that back in there. Yeah, I think I might have to glue some of these rails back on, because some are falling off as we touch them. Never mind, they won't be noticed. We'll glue them back on. Pigments, weathering pigments, as you know, can either be put on just to colour the surface, or they can be put on in layers, and they can build up texture, especially if you're getting into some of bigger scales. Let's move that one. Move that one as well. That looks like a deliciously chocolatey, cakey stack. It does. It could be a biscuit. Biscuits, hobnobs, digestives, or Jaffa cakes. Or do you have another preference? Or do you have a Christmas biscuit? Yeah, I will try and keep up with what's going on in chat, but I realise that you lot do talk quite quickly, and I am very old and my eyesight isn't what it used to be, so I sometimes miss what's going on in chat. But if you want to ask me a question or point something out, do try and get it in bold so I can see what you're saying. And I don't not read out sort of statements unintentionally, on purpose. I just happen to miss them. So if it's something you want to say, just keep printing it till I find it and say it. Oh, back in the 80s, when British Steel was on its arse, it turned to making money by transporting giant chocolate ribs. That's it, yeah. Giant chocolate bars in wagons. Yeah, yeah. You can already see the difference in the paint colours. It just adds a bit more life to it, rather than just a monotone type brown. Yeah, sorry Trevor, if any bits fall off, I will glue them back on. Get them on. Sarah was at British Rail for 2 years, and then she got made redundant. Oh, sorry about that. But I suppose model railways is that recreating your youth. Is that what we're doing in model making? No, it's not, is it? Because Baneblade, fantasy, World War II, I wasn't around. Yeah, so. Yes, the cargo is custom made. Yes, Trevor in the chat, Trevsky Jones, he made these. and I must say he's done a damn good job of them. That's the original, that's the before. If you didn't catch before, it consists of just cut up railway, model railway track, and some swarf and genuine sort of shavings off the floor of a metal workbench, all stuck onto a block of wood, and they just pop into the truck to make a great load. Oh, cool. So right, we'll do these. So as I say, tonight isn't about learning. I'll just point out what I'm doing and ways of doing things, and then chat. Sarah Jane is obviously on Malibu somewhere. I've missed the comment, but somebody says swarf. Courtesy of Joss Engineering Barrow. Well, Trevor, I was wondering where you got it from, because I didn't think you'd be the type of person to have a pillar drill or any lathe or anything in the workshop. But then again, yeah, you could be a master engineer hiding in there. Trev, you should tell Mitch and Martin to come along and join in the live streams as well. Yeah, so yeah, they could see how the sausage is made. So there, that's that one. Now, what else can we do? We've got some light rust here, different colour, different shade. We won't need much of this because I think we're getting the right sort of colours just in there. Our mutual friend Martin has lit. Oh well, there we go. Martin will be knocking. Yeah, we'll have to get Martin to be shaving off masses of metal. Get some shavings for us, and we could knock these out 10 a penny between us, Trevor. What do you say? What, 150 quid? You make them, I'll colour them, and eBay, here we come. So really, these are dead easy to do, and yeah, next time try it. Get yourself some weathering powders. Away you go. Yeah, Trevor. Yeah, they looked at Trev strangely when he went in and said, "Can I have a handful of shavings?" Yeah, mate. Take as much as you want. Yeah. Do you want it delivered? Yeah. The thing is, in this scale, it's sorting out the overscale stuff. To you more or less want the sweepings out the dustpan. Right, I think we've done that one. I'll fix it. Right, let's fix it. Let's find. Excuse me a minute while I go away from the microphone, while I go and find some fixer. Pigment fixer. I will glue. I will. Yes. To stop Fox mourning, I'm going to fix that loose bit. Glue and glaze sticks anything. It says it glues canopies in, but it glue anything. Right, where was that loose bit? There it is. No, it, no, it's blocked. There we go. And we could stick that in there. There, that'll hold it. leave one shiny, says Candy, like it was actually made of stainless. Yeah, yeah, they'd send the whole load back, wouldn't they? Because it's like your council and the recycling. Yeah, if you happen to throw a glass bottle in with the plastics, they reject the whole lot because it's contaminated. Oh, there's another loose bit. God, Trev. God, 2 loose bits. I don't think there's a particular order that these went in or on the van. I think they were just sprinkled. Let's chuck a bit more in there. This is all about weathering. You could hide a multitude of things when you're weathering. That's that one. Look at that. Brilliant. Yeah, Trev has the wrong. Yeah, I think Trev, if you got the wrong, you never have something like this. PVA glue, watered down PVA glue, glue them on, and then get a nice thick brush. Nice thick brush, not this one because this is a large dry brush. Watered down PVA and stipple it, and that when it dries should stick it all down. There we go. That's that one. Right, let's do another one. We've got some more. We've got some here that are slightly different. This is the deluxe chocolate bar because it's got thick slabs of chocolate on it. Medium rust. No. Yeah, let's start with some medium rust. It's not too different to the background colour. I'll try to keep up. I promise you, I am trying to keep up with chat. Ted has the super glue. Take of it. Yeah, I've just thrown 2 bottles of super glue out because it won't stick anything to a blanket. Yeah, as you know, super glue goes off. Do you remember the other night when I said I'd was repairing some? I think it was on Chris's channel. When I was watching with Chris, that I'd repaired some Christmas decorations, and I'd very successfully glued them all with super glue, out of date super glue that I managed to make stick with activator kicker. I took them downstairs to hang back on the tree and drop them, and every joint that I'd glued bust again. So yeah, I need to get some more super glue. That's the problem with super glue. It's ideal, it's a great glue, but it's not very shock resistant. Yep, coming down. So they will have to return to the workshop to be done again. So I told you it's going to get messy. So when super glue gets frozen, it's the time to chuck it in the bin. It's the time to chuck it in the bin when it's been sat on the shelf for too long, and then you get some out and it won't stick anything but your fingers together. Amazingly, it'll stick your fingers, but it won't stick any photo etched plastic or plastic to plastic. In fact, it won't stick anything. So it's time to go in the bin. And in our hobby, to be honest, we don't really use that much super glue. So buying those big bottles may seem a good idea at the time, but then you chuck them out. Right, let's put a different colour on again, because we want these to look good. Good. If I'm actually thinking now, rather than using fix on this, I might just give them a blast over with varnish, a matte varnish, to fix the lot. Otherwise we'll be here forever trying to fix it. Must say, Trev, I do like these lead slabs. Yeah, I like the idea. I like how they've come up. There we go. Not too much. You can always come back and do some more if you want. Less is more. Oh, that's that one. One more. Just waiting for Ted to sneeze. No. So this would be all stuff going to the recycling plant to be melted down and made into Spitfires. Yeah. Right. And if anybody's watching this because I've suddenly appeared on their YouTube recommends list, and you've happened to join in and be watching, amazed and wondering what's happening, what's going on, do come along and say hello in chat. We don't bite. We don't pester you to stay and make comments, things like that. But this is a live broadcast from Skipper's Scale Models. So down here is like and subscribe. Yeah, do you if they're not actually, I get the sorry Trev, I get the message. What you're saying is that they look like they're all running together. They're not actually. When you see them in real life, they don't all gel into one because the shapes of them create different shadows and effects. I think that's what you're trying to say. Yeah, I see what you mean. When they're all running together. Yep. So we could actually, yeah, we could change some. Let's put some light dust on. There's light dust. Yep, light dust. But yeah, I do think that once you see them all and in the trucks and all on, with the differences in the pigments, it works. Because when you were around, we're talking about the dust effect. We're trying to recreate that. As you know, whenever you get a huge mass of rusty metal and the crane picks it up and dumps it down, what we're looking at is trying to create that dust cloud. There's dust everywhere. Good job. Sherry says they look like Cadbury's flakes. Yeah, they do, yeah. As Fox said, they look like chocolate bars. Yeah, see, I said it was going to get messy. Phil says, what's the beverage of choice? Phil, today the beverage of choice is just water. Yeah, I'm saving the gin till tomorrow night, and it's getting near Christmas, so I thought I would just abstain tonight, and because I was thinking of getting up early to go for a walk, but as I say, I don't think the weather is going to be good tomorrow, so I'll probably do some more of this. Let's try a wash. Pacific Dust. Find a nice wash brush. I've not tried this one before. This is Pacific Dust. I think it will go quite well as a wash for running gear. this should dry and give it a dusty type look. Let's brush it out a little bit. I really quite like doing these trucks. I think I could turn it into a little bit of a sideline for doing videos, is weathering trucks. Yeah, I did that loco for, I'll take that one off, I'll put it back on in a minute. I did that loco for Trev, but certainly content. Yep, I could be doing some YouTubing. Yeah, I could do some weathering and make a playlist for local weathering. There, you can see that lightens that one up a little bit. How's that look? When folks go on about weathering, they try to make it sound that it's some great dark art, but it's not. You just do it as you like it, and if you have a picture in your head about what you're trying to achieve, and work towards that. Because all we're doing now is applying a Pacific dust. It doesn't. Yeah, I would think that these British steel wagons have never been anywhere near the Pacific, but Pacific dust seems to work. And as the carrier dries off, and it just leaves that residue of the dust, Pacific dust, and that mixed in there with the darker or the lighter type rust. Because probably what we're thinking of is that all of these trucks have come from the same place. There's probably been a steelworks or something that's been pulled down, sadly. A factory. Or they've been to the same scrapyard to load up. There we go. How about a touch of graphite to rub in? Yeah, I don't know if I'll... Yeah. I'm thinking that there may be... yeah, I don't know if I will try it. We'll try some graphite. But these bits are a little bit... could be a little bit too small for it to come out. Right. Weathering pencils, dark aluminum. Oh yeah, there we go. See that? No, you can't see it. Yeah, you can. Hopefully you can see it just by, as suggested by Fox. I didn't think an aluminium would actually work, but yeah, as the rust has been worn off by moving and jostling about, we could do some edges. It gives it more of a, quite like a 3D type effect. Weathering pencils, use it for lots of things. Now what we'd normally do here, we would, as you know, would dry brush, but we could do that. There we are. Oh yeah, good idea, Fox. I'm liking this. Not too much, not too much. And that one, probably see there's a difference now if I put that one in the middle. Look at that. The steelworks don't, yeah, they don't look like they've been near a factory, never mind the Pacific. So I would suggest, Trevor, that you start cutting up all bits of track, because you can be making more of these. And obviously big straight I've got, yeah, make something obvious a statement, but because they're cut up railway tracks, they look like real scrap railway tracks. There we go. Simple as that. I'll just do this one. Then we'll have a look at a truck. Right. I did, yeah, it might work better after the matte varnish. I did try varnishing these. The wagon's gone. I varnished the weathering pencils and didn't touch them. It was great. So you don't lose anything. So we're just touching these up. Of course, once you've varnished it, because the pencils are easy to use, just take them out of the box and you could do some more highlighting. There. Cool. So we've got three in a tray, looking all right. Right, let's have a go at this. These two trucks, although one's blue, one's green, they're exactly the same. So we'll have a go. Trev's already cut some up. You're seeing how this is going and thought, yeah, we'll have some more of that. So he's cut some up. Right, now we need to create that dust cloud effect on these trucks without going overboard. We'll try that one because that works better. Now I don't want to batter these up too much. These, I would think, these are, what are they, 16-ton steel mineral wagons, which are the, I guess, the railway equivalent of a skip. So if you have a look at some of the skips that are around and about, you'll get an idea of how you could weather them. Why not just dry brush of some silver paint, says a Mayhem model. These, because these weathering pencils, it saves having to get the brush out, do some dry brushing. But yeah, I could probably do some dry brushing on this, but those pencils work just the same. I don't think they'll ever do away with traditional techniques. I think they're an enhancement to your armoury. So what I'm trying to do now is make these wagons grind them down a bit, but we don't want them too grimy. We don't want them to look as though they're condemned and have scrap written on them. We don't want them looking like they've come from Barry's yard in Wales. Rust. Rust. Let's do some rust pencils. Just had a look at Amazon. There's about 4 million different weathering pencils. If you go to eModels, have a look on the website, just typing weathering pencils, that's these dudes. You'll get these. I've got dirt and marks, and I've got chipping and aging. Could use some of them. They're a special, well, not a special, they're a watercolour pencil with a, what does it say on the back? Over an acrylic. It tells you somewhere that they're I can't remember the material. Yeah, what's in the pencils? I forgot. Yeah, they're watercolours, but they've got a special they've been developed for model making anyway. And they're pretty good because, like Trevor's trucks, if we don't like it we could take it off. The moist brush. I'm not doing chipping on this truck because I thought I might just do a dusty effect. So it's been around where it's not been battered too much. Yeah. So there's quite a few people in tonight, so good evening to you all. If I haven't said hello to you all already, if I haven't said hello to you, good evening to you. Welcome to join. Thank you for coming along. And as the year draws to a close, I've reached over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and thank you all very much for your encouragement and enthusiasm. I did take a little bit of a dip in the middle of the year when I just didn't feel like coming to the bench, but you lot managed to get me to come back, and here I am enjoying myself again, and have forever seemed to be having something on the bench now. We'll just leave that to dry and then we'll get something. Leave it to dry and then we'll come back and put some more colours on. But what I'm trying to do is get that to match the load, because I'm sure if a load was tipped into the steel wagon, the wagon itself wouldn't be nice and clean. So I'll do that. We'll leave that for now, and we'll go back onto the Pacific Dust. I've got a stipple, something to stipple this on with, I think. And for those who are not aware, Trevor, this is start again. This is a line wash. What it is really very thin enamel paint. It's more or less pigments in a carrier. And the carrier will just allow us to put the pigments on and let them flow into all sorts of crevices, nooks and crannies. You can airbrush it, or you can apply it as you see here with a brush. And as the carrier dries out, it will leave just the pigments for that dust. Trevor's ordered some rusting pencil. Will be here on Monday. Right, yes, go along and have a look at the Professor McSkipperton tutorial later. I don't mean now, go along later after this YouTube is finished. I've done a short tutorial on using weathering pencils on my YouTube channel from the Open University. And I think Professor McSkipperton will be back again with another one, part 2. With the weathering pencils, Trev, you can do them. You could do them on a tea tray in front of your telly because there's no mess. So, yeah. So when you're watching The Great Escape on Boxing Day, you could have some trucks out and you could weather them. Specific dust. Go hit the like button, says William Rayburn. Thank you very much. Yes, please do. I noticed that since I have been live streaming and I've reached the magic number of 1,000 subscribers plus. Whether it's the algorithms or whatever it is that work on YouTube, but I do seem to be getting lots more views. Maybe it's because I'm now appearing on recommended viewing and people are taking a look. But if I do pop up on your telly, give us a like and a subscribe. It all helps. It shows that I'm not doing this and it's not going anywhere. Anyway, less of that, more of a chat. And has everybody finished shopping for Christmas now, or is there still shopping to do? Is the Amazon truck still heading your way with all your Christmas goodies? And also, what have you put on your Christmas list? What do you hope that he will bring you this year? Martin King's in. But hi Martin. Hello and welcome. Yeah, we're just, if I don't know when you sneaked in, but we're just weathering up some of Trevsky's wagons. I'm just having a little practice on this one before I touch the British Steels ones, and we'll see how this goes out. But all we're using is some pigments, some lime washes and some patience. Trev just had a thought. Go on, Trev. What's your thought? Thanks, Martin. Yeah, this is an unannounced, well, not unannounced, but an unscheduled live stream. Not my usual sort of. I do a live stream on a Wednesday night where I'll be doing the Landwasser Schlepper, and on a Sunday, we're coming to the end now, really, but certainly I'll be doing the Baneblade this week. And Monday night obviously YouTube is e-models. As Stevenson and Clark were coal merchants, why not just paint the S&C out? That's the sort of thing to do when one company goes out the window and the wagons will run. I could do that, yes, no problem at all. I'll think of a way of sorting that out. I just wondered if they... I'm just wondering if the decals, mind you, I've painted over. I could do it now. Yeah, I won't do it now, but I'll have a look. I'll have a look later and find a way of turning them from coal wagons to steel wagons. So who else out of us modelers in the chat tonight who are now doing plastic models, who else has or had a model railway? I'm sure that we'll find a great response to this one. Everybody must have had everybody must have had a model railway at some time. And how far did you take it? Did you take it just to an oval, what came in the box, or did you have something a bit more adventurous? I certainly at one time tried to have a layout, but it never progressed more than just a couple of loops. But at this time now, if you look at model railway and how it's controlled, where you can have 3 or 4 locos all running on the same line, even in different directions, and you can control them from your iPad. Jamie says he's new to model railways and looking into weathering the rolling stock and making a shunting yard. I would think that in model railways itself you could actually specialise. You could just have a shunting yard. I think that's what I seem to think that's what I planned. Just a what do they call them? Wasn't a shunting yard, a fiddle yard. Sounds quite rude now, but yeah, I'd like the idea of just maybe having a fiddle yard and then just forever just moving wagons around. I know that people, some people might model just a specific railway station and have the lines running around it. I think for us locals, Haverthwaite Railway would have been a great one to model, because you could have had a narrow gauge railway running to it from the gunpowder works. So that's that one. Lots of people have small end-to-end layouts for shunting around. Paul Lyons said he's got an end to City 125 when it's about 7 or 8, and it's sitting on top of his wardrobe. Yeah, this you never know. Watching Ted do some rolling stock might rekindle that fire for railways. I think I would like to have a railway, but I would always be, I think I would like to do it for the modelling and the building and the detail rather than running the track. see that's where you could get in the detail. If you could maybe just build a railway station, just have that specific station. You know, the trains just run in, then they run off and back to your backboard or whatever they call it. And then you've got all the detail of like all the bushes, maybe a bridge and a footbridge and the signals. Well, that's that. Let's leave that for now. We'll go back to our weathering pencils on the top. We're looking at light rust. Trev's, we should right. What I can do afterwards, if anybody wants to have a look at Trevor's layout, if he doesn't mind, I'll put a link underneath this video, so you can go along and have a look at his layout and give him a like. That's if you're happy with that, Trev. Have some new followers. They're a friendly bunch, this lot, you know. They no harm. Or if it's private, just say. If I had a room in the house, he would have a model railway. It says ostrich 9000 or 9,000 mince pies. It would be nice just to have one here where I could come and do the modelling that you know me for in this side of the layout. Then I could just spin my chair around and have a layout or a part of a layout at the other side of the workshop, but I just don't have the room. Phil says he's still got his old Hornby blue Pullman set. Yes, that's this one. Hang on, where's it gone? I've got it here somewhere. I had it. Go on. Here it is. This one. That one. And that one. Yeah, that's just a dummy car. That will run about. But there we go. I've seen it. I'm sure you've seen these before. I've shown you them. Dirt and filth. This channel is disgraceful. Yes. Everybody comes here for dirt and filth. Shunting in public. How dare they? Right. Yeah, it's good. It's working. It's getting there. It's working. So we can go back to applying. Yeah, I'll make these S&C disappear. Don't worry. Yeah, I could just paint them out. Yeah, just paint them out. I'll have a think. I'll have a look around, see how it's done. I don't like that bit. Chipping colour. a little bit of white and a little bit of white, and we can make these letters sort of smudge a bit. Phil says that's the one he's got the carriage to. Yes, they did come in a set of 3, if I think rightly. There was a carriage in the middle. They'd never had that. Spid says he's got his dad's old 00 gauge, which he gave him years ago. The transformer died and never got to sorting it. I had an old transformer, a big green thing, had a little light on the end. And it was like a rotary dial. No, it wasn't. It was like a steel lever that you turned. Massive. It was huge. Never worked. Foxes, finally it was a triangle big train set, RV256. And it was all scale, all big stuff. Don't paint them out. If you paint them out, leave them so you can see a faint outline, like it's been a quick. Yeah, I was actually thinking, as Trevor mentioned before, doing it like somebody's come along with a big emulsion brush and just paint them out. What I could do, I'll do like a wash over them, and then just gradually build it up until you can just in so see the letters through it. Yeah, but good idea. So as though it's like change of owner. Spid says he likes big trains and he cannot lie. EC Idaho said it has his old dad's 00 and S scale trains. Never heard of S scale. How big's S scale? Is that an American scale? Sarah, I wouldn't believe it from you, Sarah, but she says that she was being with some boys at the farm and we shot at model trains with air rifles. That's what we used to do when we used to build our model Spitfires, or have those Airfix soldiers. We used to line them all up in the garden and shoot them with air rifles. That's what we used to do. Yeah, S scale. Yeah, EC Idaho. Yeah, S scale. We're sounding a little bit confused here with the S scale. So as I say, with whether it's an American scale, we're not sure. Chipping. S scale is close to 00, so it's kind of large, but with 2 tracks rather than 3. Oh right. Well, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. Right, what we're going to do now is some of these suspension. Bit of water. All right, they'd have a piece of wire from the upstairs bottom of the garden, from the upstairs to the bottom of the garden, and firecrackers and firecrackers and a model aircraft. You tomboy. Apparently it's 1/64 scale, which is that a scale or double O? I don't know what the scales are for railways, unfortunately. Sorry, pardon my ignorance. Moist. Little secret when it comes to moistness for your weathering pencils. I found that just applying the moistness from a sponge is enough to do it. Yeah, 1/64 double O is like 1/48-ish more. A bit more. Ted's getting moist on a Sunday night. Yeah, Fox. Fox, you have to get some weathering pencils so you can be moist. I don't know, can you see that there with the no, I don't think you can really see it with the Pacific dust. Just try to catch the light. Right, needs a little bit more on it, but the effect is working. Looking dusty. What I'm doing now is just trying to find the right pencil. Is work on the suspension and the axle boxes. Weathered. This bit, this side, the Pacific dust looks to be worked a bit better, I think, because I've probably applied it a little bit heavier on this side, so we can now we know we can give it a little bit more. Obviously, if it was a coal wagon, we could do coal dust and rust. Oh, the joys. Lots more weathering possibilities. Because we like weathering and we cannot lie. Where's my anti-spillage cup with blue tack? Went a long time ago. Yep, you will now be all awaiting for me to knock this over live. Yeah, I tend not to practice what I preach, unfortunately. Lots of it. Yep, lots. Go. Just keep, yeah, just go ahead. Well, I'm really enjoying this because the weathering, where the fun never stops. I think building a model, when we come to build a model out of the box, building is secondary to weathering. We just wait to get to that point. I've got loads of weathering pigments on the bench here. We can maybe use some of it. Waste not, want not. Through there. We're looking something like. I've only another six wagons to do. You see, I do. Looks great. Trev, do you approve? Is that? This is just a practice one. I don't think I'll be doing some of this pigment on the British Steel ones, and I'll also dust up the running gear. But I won't do anything as heavy as the hopper wagon that we had last time. And then we could put, let's put that one in. Yeah, look at moist brush. You can also, if you wanted to, with these brushes, you can also take the paint out of the pencils and apply it that way. So that it makes a difference once if you take the load out, yeah, just a truck. But once you put Trevor's load in it, yeah, brings it to life. Yeah, it may change the wheels from metal ones. I think once you've got these in, especially on these, once you've got the loads in, because it's lead and steel, there's going to be quite a bit of weight in there, so it might actually be advantageous to it, so it might save you a job. But that's that one. I haven't done the ends yet. I've got to work on the ends of it. A little bit more work to do on the running gear, but I'll take a picture. As always, I'll take a picture of this tonight when I've finished it. Well, not finished it, when I've done a bit more, because I've got the ends to do yet. Still a bit more work to do on it. And then blast it over with some varnish. Let's try another one. That one doesn't quite fit in there. Yeah, look at that. Cool, isn't it? Well done, Trev. The flanges are different on the wheels, right? That must be a bottle railway type thing. Yeah, well, it fits in. See how we've now blended the surround of the wagon into the truck, so it sort of fits in there a little bit more. Like everything's been dumped in, it's all gone, all the dust and everything's been over. Okay, so I'll get on with that. I can't get out now. But that was the original one. That looks like it's just ticking a load of gold bars. What I did with these first, if you're planning to do it yourself, I give it a coat of Mr. Metal Primer, just to prime the metal work and make sure that paint's going to stick to it. Some bits fell off. And then a coat of, in this case, aptly named Rust Primer. And then away we went, and you've seen the production. I'll glue them on, and you've seen the rest of the production as we've gone on during the night. Yeah, so right. Oh well, we've been going an hour and a half. Yeah, I was thinking of only coming up here for an hour, but I'll probably do a little bit more for the next hour or so before bedtime. I'll do this and then have a look on Skipper Scale Models. Have a look on the Facebook page for the picture of the subject tonight. Oh, I wonder what it's the weight in the bottom. Well, Trev says, why would he plan on doing it himself? Yeah, as I say, Trev, we need you to get yourself a YouTube channel, and you could be showing off your railway as well as on your Facebook page. You could show it on the YouTubes as well. So brilliant. Right, I think I'll leave it for now. We'll call it a night. I've been going an hour and a half. Hopefully you've found it entertaining and enjoyable. It hasn't been too... We've had a chat. You've had a chat between yourselves. But we'll leave it. And we'll come back next... I could make a few live streams on this. Next time we'll do... in a week we'll maybe do that one. But for the time being, I will say good night to you. Trevor's uploaded a driver's eye view of Askenville to his Facebook page. Have you put a link on my page so that people come along and have a look? It's good. It's a great railway Trevor's got. It's nothing. If you're a rivet counter, don't go, because Trevor enjoys his railway how he wants to enjoy it. And that is the main thing entirely. It's a great little thing. But I shall leave it all for tonight. But thank you everybody for joining in. Don't forget, I'll be back tomorrow on Baneblade. Well, I'll probably do a little bit more painting and chatting, and then I'll probably get round to calling it finished for the sake of the live streams. But until tomorrow night, Thank you everybody for joining in. Look at the mess. Good job I put the gloves on. Thank you everybody for joining in tonight. It's been great having you along. As I say, I was coming up to the workshop anyway, so you might as well have come and joined us. So we've created lots of scrap, weathered down a truck, and there's still lots more to do. But anyway, thank you very much again for joining in, folks. It's been great having you along, and we'll see you all next time. Remember, like and subscribe, and you'll see when there's going to be a live stream extra. Good night, everyone. Thanks a lot now. Thanks for joining in. Bye now. Where's my button for the next bit? I've got some music at the end. Don't go without listening to the music. Bye.